Hi everyone, it's Rachel here and I'm going to do my tag for this week. My 52 tags handmade, and it's week 15, and she wrote, and Anne said scapes, so I guess is that like little landscapes. I was talking about it with Sarah and Mum before, but anyway, Mum's done hers. I haven't looked, I think Sarah might have posted it, but I haven't looked at the photograph yet. But I thought I'd get started because it might take me, so I'm just drinking a cafe macchiato. It might take me a while because it might be a little bit busy. So I'm going to grab, I've got some painted fabrics in here, and I thought I might use one of those. I can't even remember how I painted them. That's a possibility. It's kind of got a tinge of bluey grey in it. I thought I had some more sort of bluey sort of colours. Just a second. Let's bring it over here. Now what I've done is I have marked out on my table. Here we are. I've marked out on my table my area, so I hopefully don't go off screen, because I've zoomed you in because there'll be a bit of stitching in this one, and so I didn't want to go off screen. Oh, there's the thread that fell in there. Okay, so I'll put that there, and let's see which one. Now I want one, maybe this one. Let's have a look. That's thicker, this is thinner. Okay, yeah, maybe this one. And I might even keep my edge. I'm going to need all the space I can get, so I think I'll put a snip in there. Excuse me. Okay. I'll put a snip in there, and that's going to be my piece. Quite big. Actually, I need to get rid of that bit there. I think it's too wide. Oh, my space is wide now. That's interesting that it's ripping like that. Okay, I'll have to cut it. I'll keep that for something else. Okay. Got a bit of a crease. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible edge. Anyway, it'll glue down, so it'll be fine. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to have a sip of a macchiato. And we kind of need to create our scape. Now, something you'll think I'm terrible. I was tidying up a while ago, and I didn't remember that I had these this scrim. They call it scrim. It's like hand-dyed cheesecloth, I think. And I found these in a box, and I was like, oh my goodness, I've never used those before. So look how pretty they are. I thought I'd just show you those because we've got so much time on our hands. And then I've got this one. And, oh, I've got so many. Oh, one was a pack of 3, and then I bought this one by itself. Now, where's my other one? I've lost one, the one that I need. I want some green is what I want. There's a bit of green in this one. But I had, oh, here it is. I also have this, I think it's an organza or something. I don't know what you call it, but it's all hand-dyed. I got them quite a while ago from Oliver Twist Fibres, and I'm pretty sure they still have them. See, that's been hand turned like a scarf. See that? So anyway, I just thought I'd show you those, and they're quite a good thing to use for this kind of project, I think. But even though I've never used them before, as you can see, they're fairly new. And I'm thinking I might grab some of this from here. It looks a bit like sea colours, really, doesn't it? But I'm just going to cut a little bit out of there, because that's like what I like to do. Just cut it out. Don't worry about it. So I'll get that bit, throw those over there, and I want some of this, I think. Methinks. Yeah, I'm just going to cut some out of there. Never done anything like this before. Okay, so I didn't bring any other fabrics really. I'm not going to be layering too much, I don't think. Oh no, that's nothing. Let's see if there's anything else floating around in here that I might use. No, not really. Okay. So I'm going to cut this rolled off edge. I don't want that. Don't want those because they're bulky. although that could be quite good. I don't know, I just thought I was going to layer it down and kind of going to make like a hill. Look at this one first. No, actually, I don't want that. Well, I might like that bit. Just a minute. I'm just going to cut some strips, I think. You can see I've never done this before. I might just cut that. Oh, I didn't bring... Oh, I've got pins in here. I do have pins. I tell a lie. I've got pins in my book. So I'll pin that. I don't really need to keep my tag under there. Just sort of creating a hill here. Like that. And then I want to put this down as well. I'm wondering, do I want to flatten it out like that? I think I want the more greeny. I want this bit here. I'm just going to cut that off. Or do I want this bit here? Might have a bit of this as well. It's meant to be like a field. So I actually don't mind having a little bit of the purpley pinky sort of colour, and I might even just bunch that up so it's even more pronounced, the colour, like so. And then one of these two needs to go down here. There, yeah, that's going to do it for me. Maybe. Let's have a look. I mean, it'll take a while before it starts looking like something coming together. And do I want any more of this for a bit more? I could have a bit more of this for a bit more texture, I think. I could even couch that on. Oh, what fun. Layering it up. Okay, so that's my first bit. Maybe I'll just... That doesn't really matter actually, because there's going to be other embroidery on there. So that's those. I'll just chuck those in the basket. Put that over there. Okay, so we're making progress already. Right. So I need to stitch those down, and I think I might need to hop up a second. Oh no, I could just use one strand of embroidery floss maybe. Let's just grab my greens. I may to and fro a bit getting things, because I couldn't bring everything over. Put that up there. Now I need a green. I'm just going to use one strand. Some weirdo noise out there. Let me see. I've really been looking forward to doing this one. However, there were just so many possibilities that it took me a while to sort of get going. Some of them have fallen down. Of course, with all these greens, I won't be able to find the perfect green, will I? That's not possible. Oh my goodness, what are they doing out there? I don't think I've heard that type of noise before. I don't know what it is. Any of those? No. Okay, let's just maybe try this one. I'm just going to use one strand just to secure it all down, rather than hopping up and trying to find a green sewing machine cotton, which is also another possibility. I think I'll use this, although it could be quite nice just to, maybe I won't use one strand. I'm just going to grab one of these needles. Maybe I won't use one strand. I'll do two strands and do little seed stitches everywhere. How about that? So to do the quilters knot, for those of you who haven't seen that before, you hold your tail, there's the eye of the needle, hold your tail down, wrap it around a couple of times, and then slide it down to the end. And I'm just going to trim that bit off there. Right, so I think I'm just going to do all sort of seed stitches everywhere. And and you won't even be hardly being able to see them, but they will subtly create a bit of texture here and there. Rather than being boring and just doing regular stitching to hold it all in place. And I'll try and go as fast as I can. And now with seed stitch, you can hardly see here, but because it's green on green, but it just, you do these little seed, I'll do a drawing for you. I'll show you what they look like. I'll just grab a pencil. So seed stitches are like this, just all little seeds, look like seeds, and they just go in all different directions. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, and it will hold my layers down. So I work along the down below here, and I try and go in such a way that I can go continuously without sort of jumping across at the back to go to a new area, if you know what I mean. So isn't Anne's tag challenge fantastic, giving us all these wonderful different ideas? And I had another idea for there, so I'm not too sure. I won't put too many in this area, just a few. I'm just going to come back across just to hold it down for now, so I can remove my pins, because that's the goal, is to remove the pins. Put one in there. Just chuck your pin, why not? Okay, I wouldn't be chucking it if there was someone sitting in front of me. Of course I wouldn't do that. No. So just holding down catching my fabrics, I am. So how is everyone today? I hope you're well. I haven't even read my comments today. I haven't had a chance, but I hopefully will get to that maybe. Did I want to? No, I might have that shooting out the side there. I don't know. I can figure that out afterwards. Take that pin out. Just catch all of this over here and head back over that way. So they're little stitches, as you can see. Some are bigger, some are smaller. And I'm not doing them too densely. It's really, there's going to be other stitching, so it's really just to hold these fabrics or textiles in place. I'll have to get some more thread in a second. Whoops. And I did decide to keep that the rolled edge of the organza-y sort of fabric, because it gives it a different shade. It's a bit big, that one. So hopefully finish this little cheeseclothy bit, or scrim they call it, and then I'll end off my, see on the back, end off my thread, and then come back. You don't have to worry too much about the back, like knotting it too much, because you're going to be, well, if you're stitching them onto your tags like Anne does, then yes, make sure you knot everything properly. But if you're doing what I'm doing and gluing it onto your tag, then it's not too much of a concern. There's 3 there. Oh, well, I'll just use 3. The nice thing about a quilter's knot, which is what this is called, my sister taught me, thanks Sarah, is you get a nice fine knot. I quite often roll it on my finger too. Sometimes I'm lazy and I just do the finger roll sort of thing. But you do get a big chunky knot. And sometimes we don't want a big chunky knot. So this is a bit thicker, and so you can see the stitches more. Most of these will probably be covered up anyway, but just in case I had any, you know, sort of gaps in my piece, then I would have them covered with seed stitches. Glad I found my scrim and this organza, because I really honestly did not remember. I think I'm going to fold that back over. Remember having it. So you can probably see the seed stitches a bit better here. So hopefully I'm on screen. I did zoom in quite a bit, so hopefully you can see better. Okay, so that's done. Right. So get rid of that. Wind that. I'm going to try and be tidy with my, if you don't mind, I'm going to try and be tidy with my threads. I'll just wind it on like that. I normally put them through the hole, but I won't. I'll just try and be tidy with them, because I'll very easily, I don't need pins anymore, so I'll get rid of those. I'll easily get out of control with my mess. So you can just have a quick look at how that's looking already, and then we will continue. Oh, one more. I tried. No, there's not one more. Okay, they're all done. Okay, good. So next, I need to now will I draw on some flowers? I'm going to put a little house here. There's going to be a little house here. I'll just draw. I'm using a Frixion pen here. It kind of disappears. I won't put the roof on because I'm going to put that on with fabric, I think. That's going to be my little house there. I'm using a Frixion pen because I might do a vague idea of what I'm going to do here. No, I won't. Okay. You can iron it and it disappears. It can come back. That's the only thing. So got to make sure you cover it up when you use it. Right, so I think I might start down here. And I think I'll start, I was going to do some, what are they called? Some, where's my, here they are. I don't know if I've got things in here. I wanted to do some ribbon flowers. Oh, I do have that French picot stuff. So those were given to me by my aunt. I actually, you'll die, I'll show you. I was given a whole lot of these ribbons. Some were from my mum and some were from my aunt. Now my aunt she made these tassels. She's written 2 books, and I found this huge box. Look at all, you're gonna die. Look at I didn't remember when I was tidying up. My aunt gave me all of these, the Mokuba silk ribbons for embroidery. I've just got gallons of it. Gallons. That's beautiful, variegated ribbon, but it's not wired, so I don't know if I can make pansies with that one. But look, I mean, there's just so many, just rolls of it, rolls and rolls of it. So it's just amazing. Now, I don't think I'll use those right this second. I want to use, let me see what I've got in here. That might be too, isn't that beautiful? That's from my aunt. I wonder if I could use that one, or will it be too big? I'm going to do these flowers here. That one. Let's see what else I have. I wouldn't use any of, I don't know if you can see, I wouldn't use any of those because they're netting, and I've got netting there, so I don't need to use those. Actually, I was going to do some stitches on there. I should do that first. We'll do that first, but I think I might use that one. Oh, there's that one. That's of the same type. Oh, I've got lots of that one. I don't want to use that one. Decisions. Yeah, I think I'll use that one. I like the colours. Okay, so we'll move this aside. I wanted to do some stitching on this one. I'm going to grab, will I use one of those greens or will I use a special green? Let's see what special greens I've got. I don't think I want it to be too thick. I don't want it to be too... Oh, they've got these nice ones. I got these from Steph Francis, but they might blend in. That one will blend in too much. That one's too thin for what I want to do. Could use that green. Or this green. I'll use this green. This is a Steph Francis Perlé cotton. I think it's their number 8, or sometimes they call them medium, or this colour. No, a lot of it's going to be covered, so... And now I was enabled to buy those I say I was enabled just because I liked hers. Ariane Zersha. She uses them. I don't like threading this needle. It's very narrow, the eye. Can't even get my threader in there. So this is another threader I bought. I thought I'd give it a go. Obviously you need a longish, oh my wordy lordy, a longish eye to get it in there. And then you just pull it through. It's quite good. Okay, so I want to create some texture. So I'm going to do some very big, long, couchy sort of stitches on this piece here. And I need to do this first before I do, helps if you catch the fabric underneath, before I do the other flowers. Now this is probably going to be quite a long video because I will try and stop and start it in, like I'll show you something and then I'll stop and start and I'll do it off camera because otherwise we'll be here. I reckon this is probably going to take me a good part of the day to get this done. It depends how fast I go. So I'm just doing these. I'm making sure I don't pull it too tight. I'm just experimenting, mucking around. Hopefully I get to some green before I get along the row. Oh, still brown. Doesn't matter. So sometimes you can hold it. Rather, if you're not using a hoop, you can use your fingers to keep your fabric taut so you don't keep pulling it. And these stitches are going to become longer and longer, and it's kind of giving you the idea of long grass, I think. So just muck around and experiment with your stitches. And I come up next to where I went down. You save a lot of thread. See? The little stitches, they come up next to each other. So I might even, I don't know, because now and as my piece of fabric is going wider, I'm doing bigger stitches because I'm going over it. What fun. And I might leave, some of them will be further spaced apart, some a little bit closer, because I don't want to totally lose the fabric underneath. Good thing I've got 2 pieces on there. I mean, this might be nearly all covered anyway, because I've got other things I'm putting on here, not just the stitching. Now it's very easy to pull your fabric when you're doing these big stitches, so you've got to be careful of that. Always just make sure you readjust it. See, I pulled, oh dear, I don't mind that. I've pulled that by accident, but that's okay. I could bring it back up. I think I will, and just catch it there. And then I'm going to be doing other stuff, so it'll be all right. And I'll probably get one more, don't pull it, get one more stitch in there, just make sure that's tight enough. Yeah, so be very careful if you do this idea, not to pull it too tight. Okay, that's that. Right, I'll leave that thread there. I might use it again. Okay, well there's a start. Right, now I need this. I don't like to work with too long pieces of ribbon because probably need a needle with a bigger eye. Just a minute. A longer eye, this one. Even though it's a chunky needle, the ribbon starts to sort of bunch up and not look so great, so I prefer not to. And I'm going to do some flowers here. Now I've done myself a little drawing, so I'm not going to show you my drawing because it's going to be a surprise, but I'm going to just refer to that every so often. Okay, and then this is going to be like that and create my petal. It's quite tough. Whoops. Oh, that's a big petal. I probably didn't want it to be quite that big. Now I'm just catching the ribbon behind. And I probably actually needed to come in. I'm just making it up as I go. I've never learnt ribbon embroidery. I just make it up. See, I get myself into a tangle. I've got my scrim caught up into the ribbon. That's a bit of a mess. Just get out of there, would you? I like that. Even though that's messy, I like that more, that one. So I'm going to do them that size. Wiggle, wiggle. It's quite hard because we're working on a very small piece here, and I'm just going to bunch my ribbon up there again. So I've got fluffy petals. We're working on a very small piece here, obviously, so it's quite hard. Yeah, I like that more than the first one. If I were a good person, I would have taken it out and started again, but I didn't. So I'm just going to go like that. Okay. See, that first one isn't going to annoy me. I like those flowers, those petals. I don't like that one. Oh well, ho-hum. And then I'll just have to just go through there, I think. Okay, I've gone through some sort of stitch there. And I'm going to do one more with that. I should keep that. I could couch that on somewhere. I'm going to do one more in this colour, and then I might choose another colour, so that, because this is very it's wide for this piece, if you know what I mean, like it's only a small piece. So I'm going to do 2 like this, and then I'll choose another colour, something that coordinates but not the same. So I'm going to put another flower here. I'll just start about here, I think. Could be a hot mess, could be a disaster. We don't know, because I didn't do a test. So that's going to go there. I'm going to catch that if I can. Yes. So I'll try and make this one a little bit smaller. So I'm not laying it flat. Like that one I laid out flat, but I'm just letting it bunch up a little bit because I like that puffy look. So I figure these flowers can be slightly bigger because they're in the foreground. It's a good way to get quick coverage as well. Oh dear, I'm tangled. I don't know what I've done here. It's pulling. Oh, it's pulled right through. Dearie me. Okay, that's all right. It survived. And we'll do one more with this. I'm sure some of you who are expert ribbon embroiderers are cringing at what I'm doing here. There, oh, I like those. So I've done 2. I know you're not meant to do 2, you're meant to do 3. Just uneven numbers. But keep that as well. I'm going to grab another colour. Where did I put them? Oh, there. Let's grab another colour. Something that goes, maybe, if possible, at all possible, maybe some sort of oh, now they'd be only small, those ones. Something like that would be nice. Do a couple of smaller ones with that, I think. So I want to mix up all of my textures here in this. That's my plan, is to have all different types of things being used, not all the same. So here, I'll do a little smaller one. That's the idea anyway. I need to flatten this out. Just need to catch that so then it doesn't come undone. This one's going to be better, I think. So I'm just keeping it loose and coming, when you go back down into the fabric, you sort of go back down into the ribbon. Okay, and they are going to get centers in them as well. And do I want any more? Maybe just 3. Maybe I'll just have those 3, and I will put centers in them. So I'll just slide that through there, and when the glue goes on, it'll be fine. You could get just some regular cotton and just stitch those down so you're 100% sure they stay, but I'm not going to do that because we're gluing. So I'll put that aside, and then my next job, I really like it. Okay, maybe I'll do their centers, and I'm going to do that. Get my, will I use these special ones? Now, if I were to use that, I feel like that would blend in too much. I think I need to use something that's got a bit more orange in it. No, that's too bright. That's really going to get me. That's just going to blend in. So I might go to my regular cottons or wool. I like wool as well. So where's my yellow wool? Let me see. There's my regular cottons. I can always resort to those. There's no yellow wool in there. Now, I did warn you, I am going to be pulling a lot of things out because I want to use all the different things. And I think I'm going to use maybe something like that. Go dark. Gosh, I love these Appleton wools. Or that one or that one. That one or that one. I'm going to go dark because I felt like the other one was too similar to these yellows that are in here. So I'm going to use this. And I will have to use my threader. I'm going to try and thread it into this one because those chenille 18s are really thick. And I find these smaller, thinner needles easier to maneuver. I may have to post this video in 2 parts because there's going to be a lot of work done on this. Causing a shadow here. What's the time? Yep, I'll do 10 more minutes. I've probably been here for already half an hour, I think. Okay, so I'm going to do, what will I do in here? Will I do knots? Or I could just fill it in. I think I'll fill it in because there's going to be lots of knots. Oh my goodness, well now what have I pulled? Oh, I've pulled, this is not good. I pulled that. That's the issue with the, I'll just get out of there. There we are. Let's fix my petal up. There we are. That's okay. And I'm just going to do, I'm not going to even pull my thing down too much. Like, you know, my cotton, I'm not going to pull it flat because I want it to be a little bit raised. I'll put a third stitch. So see, it's nice and raised, and I'm just going to jump over here and do this one. So this one centers here. It's like I've got 4 petals here. It's like the 5th petal is behind the big flower. Keep my stitches loose so there's a bit of texture and they stand out. Trying not to pull my petals here. Good, that one's loose. And I'm going to jump over here. See, I'm just jumping across the back, and I'm going to do this one. Shame about my first petal, I did it wrong. I might put a third one in there if I can, without ruining everything. With all my tugging, I have broken needles before too, snap them in two. Yeah, okay, those are done. So they're the centres. Now, I'm going to work on this lower bit a little bit, and then I'll move up to the bigger bit, to the I need to create some height in it as well. So my next job, I want to get I don't know which cotton, which thread, or this type of, I think I'm done with I might move these over there, because I might be done with those now. And I want to do some bullion stitches. Now I'm wondering what thread. I think I'd like purple. What about this one? It could be pretty, or this one. That one kind of, this one kind of blends in more. So I think I'll use the other one, which contrasts a bit further. Otherwise I could go soft. No, we'll do soft later. Been dying to use these threads. Oh, no, that's all too similar. No, I won't use those ones. Okay. I don't even know if I remember how you do them. So I'll do one, and then I might sort of do it off camera. And I need to go and do a few things, so I'll have to come back this afternoon and keep working. I think it's going to take me all day. We'll be lucky if I get the video up today. So we'll thread this if I can. Yes. 2, 3. And I wanted to create some little flowers. I think I remember how you do it. You go, I probably got the wrong needle for it. I probably need one of those milliner's needles, but anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm wrapping it up into my 5, 6, 7, 8. I would do 8 wraps, not pulling it too tight. Not pulling it tight at all. See if I can fix it. That's it. And just slide them down. It'll sort itself out. We have to have faith. Now, which way is it going? That's it. Oh, exactly the way I wanted it to go. There we go. Oh, no. My piece of washi came off. I probably was totally off screen there. I do apologise if I was. I'll do another one. I'm going to create a little flower with it. So, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My washi's come off. So you just jiggle it along. And then you come down into the fabric. I'm loving the colours. Could be a weird looking flower. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm just using the chenille needle. It's a milliner's needle is good because it's long and you can do lots of wraps on it. But if you're only doing something little like me, you don't really need to. So I'll just finish off this one flower and then I'll do a few more, but I won't do them on camera. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. more tangled. Yes, I am. There we go. And just jiggle along and it just tidies itself up. You think you're in a hot mess and then all of a sudden you're not. There we go. I'll do 2 more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Love how the colour changes as it goes around. That's 5. I think I'm going to put another one in. I know it's even. I need one down there, but I can't put one down there because it's coming off the fabric. Or maybe I'll leave it as 5 and then I'll do another one up here. No, I'm going to put another. Sorry, I'm just looking at it and thinking I'm going to put another one in. 1, 2, 3. Hold that screen back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I like the extra one in there, even though it's even number. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and do a couple more. I don't want to do too many. I don't want to completely cover up my background. I need my background peeking out, but I might do another little one there. Yeah, so I'll do those and then I'll be back, but I won't be back probably until after lunch. So I will see you again soon. Hi guys, so I am back and I'll just tell you what I've done. All I've done is another flower like the one I showed you previously, and then I just did one with all of the petals coming down like this and then little French knots. I did about 4 wraps on those. And then here I've done just some stitches. I've used the Appleton wool and I've just done some stitches coming down like this, just random. And I'm about to put some stems in there. I have to do a little bit off camera because it's already been, I think it's over 40 minutes. So I'm going to keep this threaded because I might use it for something else. So if I feel like I want to use a colour again, I leave it threaded. So that way I don't have to do that. And I had lost my marker down here. It had come off. So I just put it back there so that way we're sure. It's after lunch now. It's probably nearly 4, so I'm going to have to get a move on, aren't I? Otherwise we're not going to have this video today. Now I'm just going to do some stems. I think I'll do stem stitch. How about that? So you come up, I'll just do my first stitch. You sort of, the stitches overlap each other, so once you've done your first stitch, you sort of come up halfway in your stitch. You'll go forward but come back to where your last stitch was, and then they overlap each other. It's a little bit fiddly. Like that. It's very hard to see because I am stitching on green, so you can hardly see it. And I'm just going to come in here and just do a couple of little stitches out the side for a leaf, even though you won't be able to see them. They'll add a bit of texture there. I'm just going to jump over here and put a stitch in there into that flower, and then we'll have a stitch. I'm just going to sort of fill it in with stemmy sort of looking things. Get 2 stitches in there, just little ones. This is super fun to me. A couple of little stitches in there. I don't know this thread. This was one from my mum, so I'm not sure what thread it is. It's a very nice, I think it might be one of those Australian, they're called gumnut. They're hand-dyed threads. They're very nice. We have a leaf shooting out the side there. And then here. Okay, and then I'm just going to end it and come down to the lower flowers and then work my way back up again, I think. I knew this tag would take me a while because I wanted to do quite a bit of embroidered flowers on it. So it's kind of like a flower field scape thing. Have some stems coming up here. Put a leaf here. Just 2 stitches next to each other, nothing complicated, just making it up. I just did a big stitch there. If there's not much space, you don't have to do the back stitch, the stem stitch. And then I need a stitch up there. This won't be long enough, I'll have to get another thread. Okay. Well, there's a small piece there. Why would I keep that? Maybe I cut it. I always want to thread the thing first. So I'm just using this one for the moment with these needles. It works quite well. This is a very small piece I want to use, but I only need to do 1 stitch, a couple of stitches, nothing major, so I might as well just use this. Put that up there. I don't need to do much more than 1 stitch, and I'm just going to put a couple of leaves, maybe just 1. Okay, now they need centers, and I'll probably just do a French knot, or maybe I'll do a few stitches, I don't know, we'll see. Let's have a look. It's not looking like much yet. Okay, I think I'm going to use a darker, only this sort of colour. I might even go with this sort of colour. Where's the beginning? Grab 3 strands. And I'm probably going to use my threader just so we don't waste time, even though I could probably thread that. Well, I said we weren't going to waste time. This might take me longer. In you go. In you go and out you go. Okay. Okay, yep, I'm going to use the lighter end. Okay, so these all need a center. I don't think I'm going to do knots. I'm going to do just little stitches here next to each other and kind of try to create, yes, like a little sort of dome. It's very small, so you probably won't be able to see it. Actually, that one probably only needs 2. Okay, well, I'm going to jump over here and do this one. So I start in the center, and in theory, my center stitch will be a bit longer, and then put 2 shorter stitches next to it on either side. That's the theory. So in the center longer, and then on the sides shorter. Okay. Ow, stabbed myself. Do this one. There, and I've got another flower here. So these ones that went up onto the blue, they're kind of pale because it's not a very strong coloured blue. That's starting to look better. I'm hoping I'll be able to make it with the one thread. Yep. Okay, that's good. I like those. I think I'm going to take another green. What other greens do I have? What's in here? I think I want to take another green. Maybe this sort of green. And do a bit of stitching in here, I think. So let's just grab this. I said I was going to be putting away all my threads, but now I'm wondering whether I might need them again, so that's why I'm leaving them out. And I think I'm going to do, in here, I'm just going to do some stitching like this, just across where the two fabrics join, sort of thing, if you know what I mean. Probably could have done that first. I'm just going to put another stitch in there, just to do a change of texture. It might look a little bit like grass. Just have it shooting up. So not straight or anything like that, just sort of a bit messy. Yeah, I like that more. Oops, unthreaded. Okay. And then I'm going to change colour. I mean, it's amazing how much stuff you can fit on a small thing. over there. I want another colour up there, I think. And I have put that colour up there. Yes, go a little bit lighter. Okay, I need 3 strands. Or do 2 strands, 3 strands. Like, I don't want to rush because I want to enjoy the process too. If you feel rushed, then you don't enjoy it so much. So I've got a little bit of the edge there, so I want to put a bit of this colour here. I'm not going to bother ending it off. I'm going to have a really messy back. I'm just jumping right across there. After my next pause, I think the next videos that I put together I have a part 1 and a part 2. I'll post them. Well, I'll post the first bit and then I'll post the second bit between today and tomorrow. So like I'll post it tonight if I can actually upload them all, because sometimes the longer it is, the harder it is. It seems to take a bit longer because they now do this check on the videos, and the longer the video is, the check can sometimes go for hours. It didn't do that before. So that's that. Right, I'll just pause the video a minute because I need to find fabric. Okay, so I'm back, just having a think about it, and I am going to do some knots or something in these spaces, and I'm going to use this lovely colour, and I think this is a Steph Francis Perle 5, so it's thicker. And I'm going to do some knots in there to just add some pops of colour. Well, that threaded easily. Got my big rod of a needle. Let's see how I go with this. I'm just going to do regular 3 wraps. I might leave them a little bit loose. I don't want... Oh, well, I pulled my knot. Of course I did. I wanted them to be loose, and I've pulled my knot there. Yes, it's loose. Okay. So I want nice big knots. So I'm just making it up really as I go. I did a vague sort of drawing, but kind of don't really know how it's going to evolve. That's that. Do some more over here, I think. One in there. Could be hideous once it's done, who knows? And I wanted to add some down there. I'm just going to end this off. I mean, look at the back. It's so bulky. Put one in here. Okay. So that's that. Such lovely soft thread. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm thinking I might put a few little knots in there like they were poppies or something in the distance, but I might use this kind of, yeah, I think that colour's going to be better. I said I was going to get some fabric. I was going to put little flowers like that there around, but I didn't like them, so I'm not going to do that. And this is just a regular embroidery floss, regular DMC, and I'm thinking I only want 2 strands. Don't want that needle. Okay. So here I'm just going to put some little knots, and I'll pause the video in a second. Just do 3 wraps. Just put some little knots like they're poppies in the field. Okay, so I'll pause it and then I will be back. Okay, so here I am. I had to do a bit off camera. I'm doing some stems up here. There's going to be little French knots up here. I haven't decided what colour yet, but I was just basically doing a very messy stitch here and doing sort of like coming back into the stitch, a bit like a split stitch really, just yeah, coming right through the middle. I've got 3 strands of this floss. It's not a DMC floss, it's a hand-dyed floss. I bought it on Etsy, but I can't remember what shop I bought it from. And I'm just coming in my threads here because I want it to look a bit more sort of you know, wild. That's the look I'm going for. I want it to be wild because this is a field with a house. So I haven't done the house yet, but that's why I'm actually going to join them all together because I've been pausing. Oh, I think I am. I don't know. I don't know how long it's been because I keep stopping and starting. Anyway, I keep changing my mind. Okay, so that's that. So we'll just end that off. And then I was just going to do like a little sort of path coming down from the house. So we'll do that quickly. Put that thread over there because that's done. And I'm going to use this colour here. Made a few decisions while I was paused. I hope I'm recording because I'm now losing track. Yes, I am. Okay. I knew this tag would be a long one. Because, of course, I had to go bananas with my pattern. This will probably be enough, actually. Oh, dearie me. Oh, gosh, just, where's the threader? Just use the threader, you moron. Call myself a moron. There we go. That's not a very nice thing to say to yourself, is it? But honestly, oh my goodness. The pressure. The pressure. It's getting to me. There we go. Right. The path. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to start here at my door. I'm just going to do random stitches. Some longer, some shorter. So this is my path coming down into the garden. Just making it up. That'll do. And then the other thing I was thinking I wasn't happy with was, I think where these little sort of poppy things are, I've got my sports bra on, it's starting to give me a headache. Right. Is I think I might have some little wisps of grass. This might be too thick, this thread. I only want little ones. Not grass, stems. Just little ones. Maybe not on all of them. Okay, that'll do. I mean, look at all the stitching on here. Okay, trying to move as quickly as I can. Put those over there. Now for my house, I'm going to have, this is going to be the roof. So I'm just going to wing it. cut a little rectangle. And I'm just going to make up a little roof shape. It's better. A bit smaller. I'll probably cut it right down so much that I'll have to get another piece. That's better. Okay, that's my little roof. And that I am going to stitch on with this. I'm going to take one strand, or two strands. One strand. If I can get it off. You're probably sick of me by now. We're nearly done. Two strands. And all I'm going to do to stitch that on is a messy. I'll start it and then I'll pause the video. I'm going to do a messy back stitch. And then here I'm going to do my French knots. So I'll do those and then I'll come back and show you. Okay, so I am back. I think that might be it. So all I did here was I did a very messy, just sort of messy, I don't know if you can see, just a back stitch really, just messy. I didn't make them meet up properly. I wanted them to look a little bit rustic. And then here I just did French knots, 2 wraps, how many strands? 3 strands of this. I love this blue, 3817 DMC regular Molyneux floss. Like I could go in and do some more little bits and pieces in here if I wanted to, but I think that's enough really. It's a teeny tiny tag. It's taken a super long time. So I think I'll glue it on here. Yeah, I like those colors. And that will be my tag. So let's get it done. Let's glue it on and just see what it looks like when it's glued down. I didn't put any lace. I probably could put a little bit of lace up there. Just a minute. I might have to check that before. Oh, you're thinking, oh no, I thought you were done. Aren't you done yet? Let me see, what could I put up there? A bit of something maybe. You like? I would like a little bit of lace up there. Okay, I'll just pause you one more second. After trying all the laces, and I've probably been doing that for 5 minutes, I've decided I don't like the laces. So I'm just going to glue it on. Good thing I didn't keep you there waiting for me to make a decision. I can't believe this. I've got it done. I want to do more embroideries like that. It's just the thing that I really like at the moment. There we go. Is it sticking down, do you think? Oh, I love that. So I hope you enjoyed it. It was very long because they take a long time. And I had to sort of think about it. But yeah, that's kind of exactly what I envisioned. I had envisioned some little loose round circle fabrics there, but actually it didn't need it. So I didn't like that. They're the only things in my vision that didn't work. Yeah, so yeah, that's my scape. It's my landscape. What is it? It's like a field of flowers near a house in the country. It's in the countryside. So I really love all this. I want to do more experimenting with all this sort of texture behind. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that. I'll put some photographs at the end. That's my week 15, can you believe it, of Anne Brooke's tag challenge. And it was super fun, Anne. So thank you so much for challenging me yet again to try something new. And I will see you all again soon. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.